is Block 6, the Great Depression, Section 5, after 100 days, with the section starting in the Robinson-Patman Act. After his court packing scheme, Roosevelt found it harder and harder to pass legislation. Really, the two last of the New Deal laws are the Robinson-Patman Act and the Miller-Tidings Act. And what they both concerned antitrust legislation. Okay? The first one, Robinson-Patman, outlaws price discrimination. That a large company could not control a smaller company and give that smaller company better prices than it did other companies. The Miller-Tidings Act, on the other hand, amended antitrust laws, and this is something kind of easy to see. We see this all the time. Ford Corporation, okay, makes cars. And then Ford has, if you want to buy a new Ford, where do you do it? You don't buy it at the local, if you want to buy a new Ford, you go to a Ford dealership that is not owned by Ford. It is owned by somebody in the community. It's his business. All he does there is sell Fords. And that relationship is kind of created by the Miller-Tidings Act. What this said was Ford can send its product, a car, for example, to any number of smaller distributors. So let's say you're buying a Ford Focus. Ford Corporation gets to declare the price of a Ford. A Ford Focus is $15,000. When you see on an ad, what's the MSRP? A car ad, look for this next time if you haven't already. The MSRP is $13,900. That is the manufacturer's suggested retail price. MSRP. That, the companies are allowed to do that because of this law. That even though these little dealerships are independently owned, Ford Corporation can have a fixed price for its goods at them. Nothing humongous in and of itself. I mean, it does explain how car dealerships work. It's just important as kind of the last gasps of the New Deal. By 1938, 1939, the world's focus had turned away from the economic problems to the gathering storm of war in Europe. And the American people's gaze was no longer necessarily at their own pocketbooks, but at the thought that there might be another war that they would have to go fight.